You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature.
Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I'm back at the book. What book is it? The Easy Bake Oven Gourmet Recipes of Famous Chefs. Now, I've done quite a few so far. I've been trying to be as consistent as possible every Saturday. I have skipped some Saturdays just because life takes me in a different direction, but I always come back to it. This recipe is called Wild Mushroom Flan from Caprial, Pence. Now, it's an older book, so I don't know if any of this other information here is about her restaurant, what she's authored. She's probably added a lot more to the credentials than what you see here. So Wild Mushroom Flan, make 6 servings, baked one at a time. That's going to take some time. Usually I use 2 ovens. It has olive oil. Well, let me show you what it has after I read this here. It says, oh, by the way, if you want to watch the other 5 or 6 recipes before this one, then go in the description. I'll put a link there to a playlist that has all those. Or look in the comments section. I always put a link to a playlist there. Let's see. Inspired by her grandfather, who was an amateur chef, and a set of creative parents who would stage themed dinners where the decor and guest dress matched the ethnicity of the meal. It was no surprise that Caprial Pence became interested in food and cooking at an early age. While everyone else was watching the Brady Bunch, she recalls, I was watching Julia Child making Coilas St. Jacques, I don't know what that is, which makes it fitting that she would receive an Easy Bake Oven around the time she was 8 as a gift from a relative. I was thrilled. I never tried scallops, but I did constantly bake and make all kinds of things. Truth is, she used it so much that she swears she wore it out. It could be that I got water or some batter in it, but one day it started smoking, the light bulb popped, and the whole thing just sort of imploded. Pence still laughs at the memory. After that, I moved on to a bigger oven. And while you could say her cooking has continued to cause explosions, today they're the ones that happen to your taste buds. Ah, okay. So she has used the Easy Bake Oven. Let's see. Don't forget, click that playlist link if you want to watch the rest of those videos. It will definitely help you out. After this one, though. All right, so here's everything that's in this recipe. Look at that. That's a lot of stuff. There's oil. There's also this whipping cream off to the side. I think I got it all there. There's 3 kinds of herbs. Well, 2 herbs for sure. And then I had to make a switch. It said watercress, and it's just a garnish. But I couldn't find watercress, so I Googled what replaces watercress. There's quite a few options, but one was arugula. So that's what I grabbed. Still a green, still good for garnishing. So what I need to do first is place the chives and a half cup of oil in a blender and blend it till smooth and then set aside. So let me go chop the chives, and we'll get this recipe going. All right, let's see. Mrs. LPS got this all ready for me. She got my chives from the garden. That was nice of her. Thank you very much. I'm just going to maybe leave them in this little twist tie. Calls for 2 tablespoons, so, and I think it said roughly chopped. Let's see, coarsely chopped. You're going to be putting them in the blender, right? Let's go with that and see if that's 2 tablespoons. We'll re-chop those. I'd say that's 1 tablespoon. Let's cut some more. Gonna have to remove her little band. Okay, let's see if that's the second one. And this goes in the blender. I think there's enough for me to scrape up here. That's falling all over my countertop, but I'll just chop a little bit more. Okay, so that should bring me to where I need to go. Let me clean that up. And I'm going to head back over now to the other side because I think I'm ready. Here, maybe we could just do this. Okay, good. And this is all good stuff. Love the smell. All right, let's head over to the other side. All right, I had that pre-measured on the tray. So what I noticed about this recipe, it also requires you to use a regular stove or cooktop. So I'm going to try to use my one from the 1900s. It gets hot enough with a bigger pan, not a huge pan, but one that should accommodate it. All right, let's get this in here. Here we go. Let's make sure we have that in the right position. Well, it looks cool. It definitely changed to a nice color. Let's see if we switch this to chop. Will it go even more? A little different than the puree. Either way, I think that's done. We'll let that set aside. Now the next step. Okay, the next preparation step, it says place the dried porcini in a large bowl, cover with the sherry, and let sit for about 20 minutes. Waiting for the mushrooms to get soft. All right, so this, it says about a half an ounce. This is an ounce. So at least I can judge half the bag. But it does say about half a cup. So let's just do that. Very strong woodsy smell to that. They are oddly shapen, so how's that going to fit in a half a cup? I don't know. It almost looks like pieces of wood. Okay, I'm going to say that is close to half the bag. Let me take one of these out. Put that back in. There. It's a nice little over-the-top porcini mushroom. Let's put that in here. I chose this glass bowl just because we can see it better. All right, and then a half of a cup. Now this thing goes to a quarter. Where's the quarter? There's the quarter. So we'll just do this twice. There's one over the top. It's basically just going to soak all that in. Okay, now they're floating. Now that's got to sit for 20 minutes, but I think I can move on and the next step. But let's see. I will check in with the recipe and be right back. Okay, so I can do a little prep here. It's 1 clove of garlic and then 1 small shallot. Well, let's get this going here. I remembered a little scrap cup here. Missed it the last time. Missed the cup. There we go. I know it says 1 clove, but that's to me is a small clove, so I'm just going to mince these 2 up. And then, how's the cut? It says minced. Okay. That's pretty good for minced. I'm just going to put it all in the same bowl because it all goes in the same pan. Okay, and then 1 small shallot. I think what I'm going to do is split this one in half, because that is a lot to put on a little recipe like this. Look at the mushrooms. The liquid in here is turned really brown. Let me just stir these up while I'm here. Okay, so they are getting softer. I have a timer on. So if that goes off at some point, don't freak out. I'll probably freak out. So I'm still debating on the pan I should use for that stove to the left of me here. We'll discuss it when we get over there. And then this is also, course, no, this one is minced as well. Let's go for it. Slipped out of my grasp. I should use my bigger cutting board. Okay. There's probably a few pieces in there that aren't minced like they should be, but alright, let me clean this all up, clean up my countertop, get it all in this little bowl here, and then I'm going to give it, there's still 12 minutes on the mushrooms. They need to sit for 12 minutes more, so I'll clean up, come back when those are ready, because those need to be chopped and cooked in the oil and the garlic and shallots. So there you go. Well, you might as well just watch me do what I would do after the video anyway. I move this out of the way. I have a paper towel off to the side. I'll clean up the counter and all the little scraps. And that's what I would do. I throw this away, bring this back in. All right. So there, you got to see me clean my countertop. I'll be back. Okay, I still have some time, so I thought, all right, let me do the eggs. Always a challenge on video for me. Sometimes I struggle with trying to separate, but we'll just see. Ooh, that one worked out. They just want the yolk. I have another bowl off to the side. Put that in here. Oh, that's a big bowl here. Let me put it in this measuring cup that had the mushrooms in it. There's one. And two. So slimy. Okay, and three. So far, so good. Oh, here we go. Oh. I had a feeling, but it's still saved. Ooh, and the shell. It's a save. Stay there, yolk. Stay there. Ooh, I'm just going with it. There we go. All right. Whew. And then what else can I... Oh, I can measure out the heavy whipping cream. 1 cup. I set this here, and it just looks so giant compared to the mini kitchen. Oh, you know what? I can get all the herbs ready, too. I still have 5 more minutes on the mushrooms. So, and then it's from there, it's smooth sailing. Everything just goes in. So 1 cup. This is quite a bit, heavy whipping cream. So this looks like it's going to make, 6? Quite a few. But scaling to this size, a little bit bigger than what I would normally do in a mini kitchen. All right, let me move that out. That's done. And then let me cut up the herbs. All right, so it's a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh rosemary and a 1/2 teaspoon of fresh thyme. So let me just get this out here. Not a huge fan of rosemary, but you know, for the right type of cooking. Now that, it's not going to be much. I'd say that's going to chop up just fine. Let's use this knife. I've been using this one more and more in the mini kitchen. Couple stray pieces in here. Don't want to give in to the knife. It is a tough herb to cut through. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think that's about what I need here. My estimation was correct. There, I think that's about right. So let me grab a little bowl for that. I didn't grab it, then let me do the thyme. I can't let this go to waste. So I'll put it back in the little rosemary case. And then the same thing for the thyme. Now, this is the second time I've used thyme in the mini kitchen. So basically that's all I'm doing. I'm just pulling it. You can go from either direction. Sometimes the opposite way does well too. Okay. I said don't be scared. That is the mushroom. So I'm ready to go. Everything is prepped. Based on what I've already cut, that's probably close. Let's give this a little chop. Okay. I'm going to say I hit that one probably pretty close too. Okay, those are set. Now I can chop the mushrooms. Let's do that. All right, so they are mushier. It's been over 20 minutes now. They want me to drain out the liquid before I chop and save the liquid. So those get chopped up. Let's do that. Let's try this cutting board. We'll go back to this knife. Kind of doing some of my prep here with you so you can see the cleaning part. Well, let's just see. I don't know if they're still going to be... No, they're mushy. Now, is it coarsely chopped? Let me read that. It says coarsely chopped. So I would say that is definitely coarsely chopped. Okay. Because I think they're going to get sautéed again. Let me grab the bowl for those. I decided to use a couple glass bowls today just so you can see things better. See through them. Let's move the herbs over here. I was thinking maybe use that, but I think that's more of an encumbrance. Clean as we go. There you can kind of see that's the mushroom. It's a small one. Coarsely chopped. Alright, I think I've done all the prep. Now I'm set to head over to the stove. Alright, we've made it over to the stove now. I'm not sure exactly how this pan's going to handle this. It should get hot enough, but we'll see. I could switch to another pan. I do have one off to the side. So if you see a pan change, that is why. So it's 1 tablespoon of the olive oil. And now the shallots and onion. Heat the remaining 1 tablespoon in a large sauté pan over medium heat until hot. Add the shallot and garlic and sauté for about 1 minute. Let's do a test. Let's just see if we get any kind of psh. Oh, we do. There's a psh. Okay, add the filling garlic, saute for about 1 minute. Then add the mushrooms and toss well. I'll just let you enjoy that. Okay, so that's been about a minute. Add the mushrooms. Toss well. Then it says, add the mushrooms, toss well, add the reserved liquid, and reduce till it's almost dry. So that's just going to cook 2 to 3 minutes, but I guess it would depend on the gas. So remove from heat and let cool until tepid. So I'm going to check in and out on that. We'll see how this heats up. That's a lot of liquid to put in that pan, but it should heat back up, start boiling, and then reduce. I'll be back. still sizzling really nice. So I'm just going to let that bubble away. I'll give you another few minutes of close-up bubbling. Not a few minutes, 30 seconds maybe. It is definitely reducing. So there's not much liquid left. It's not going to take much longer. Ooh, the sizzle on the stovetop. So I'll say give it another 5 minutes, and then I will move it over to the other side. Let me read to you what it says next. It says, place the mushroom mixture in a large mixing bowl, add the cream, the egg yolks, herbs, and mix well, season with salt and pepper, and then ladle that into the Easy Bake. So I'm almost there to baking these to a custard-like consistency. Yeah, I'd say 5 more minutes. It's almost all gone. That's mean it's going to be very, what's happening now is going to be very flavorful with the porcini mushroom and reducing the red cooking wine or sherry. Oh, I was going to try to give you a close-up. Alright, so I would say it's almost dry. I think that's where we're at. So I'm going to prep up the other stuff. Now this all just gets mixed in a bowl, but this needs to sit just a little. They don't want it hot right off the stove. So I'll give it another minute and we'll move over to the other side. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. I think that's tepid. I guess they don't want it too hot for it to maybe cook the egg before it gets into the Easy Bake. So now all the ingredients go in. Now the cream. The eggs. And the herbs. And mix well. Here we go. Okay, so I gotta ladle that in the pans. It doesn't say anything about spraying the pans, but I might do it anyway. I think that's good. Alright, let me get the pans and the spray. Okay, now it says ladle it in the pans. I'm gonna add just a little spray. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. I want to get to those mushrooms down there. To about 1/8 of an inch under the lip. So that gives you some room to grow. Let's do this. Slide them out of the way as we go. Now, it says bake for, let me double check. I think it was 20 minutes. I don't have it in front of me. I'll check in a second. I don't think it's going to take that long in my ovens. Oh, look at that healthy amount of porcini mushroom. Okay, those are all about 1/8 of an inch low. Let's put that in there. And we'll head over and put them in the ovens. Okay, it says 20 to 30 minutes. There's no way I'm going to go that long. I've got the timer set for 15. But that might even be too much, especially in that other oven. It'll be 10 minutes. I'm a little worried about getting it in that other oven just because it's harder to put stuff in that oven, but we'll give it a try. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this. Because this door doesn't go down all the way, it's going to angle the pan slightly. And we'll just set it here. Ooh, like I said, it's going to be a challenge. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I have to come up. Plan B. Plan B. Alert, alert. Plan B is more risky, but I'm going to try putting it straight in with my hand. If I can just get it to that lip. Oh, yes. Plan B, much better. I'm not worried about it coming out because it'll be cooked. Alright, so we have 13 minutes. It's been 2 minutes. And then I'll check it in about 5-6 minutes because I'm guessing the oven on the left is going to cook pretty quick. This one here, I actually hear bubbling. Let me see if I can get you a light in there. Alright, this one is actually bubbling. And it looks like it should not take much longer. Alright, I'll check back. Alright, now it says bake the custard till it's just set. And I'm going to say that's pretty close to set. It's firm on the top. And that's been about 4.5-5 minutes. So that's how fast that one cooks. How about I do this? We'll take this one out just as a reference. I have 6 I can make. Well, let me use my flat spatula. Alright, look at that. It definitely looks set. Let me put another one in. You're going to see the back of my hand more than actually the oven, but alright, there we go. Oh, I took my hot plate. And we'll close it with this. Just getting through some stages here to get to where those two are done. I actually think the one in the left oven is done. This one is actually brown on the top. Here, I'll show you. Let me move this one out of the way. I did realize that I did not add salt and pepper earlier when I was supposed to, so I'm going to. I feel like that's set. If they mean set, I think that's it. So let's use that one. That one looks nice. And then when I'm done trying this one, I'll try the next one, and then I'll do the one in the Easy Bake. It still has 6 more minutes, so no reason why I can't try it now. I've got everything ready. So you put this on your plate, and then you put a little drizzle on it, and then some of the green. I'm not sure. What do you think's the best way to scoop it out? Ooh, that was my knuckle. It looks cooked. That looks set to me. That's yours. Okay, and then a little green on them both. Now drizzle with this. Ooh, look at that. Okay. So here we go. I mean, it is holding its shape. It has a custard-like consistency to it. Very strong mushroom taste. Ooh, I like it. This definitely elevates the mini kitchen with all these new recipes. I mean, I've done lobster, quail. This has porcini mushrooms. Very good. Let me, I mean, you get the little spongy of the mushroom. Now, let me do this. I'm going to give you a little salt and pepper because I don't even think it needs it. It really is. Something in there is giving it that. Let's move this one out. Now this was the first one out of that oven. I'm going to say it's set. It's like a soft-boiled or a partially cooked egg. I'll salt and pepper this just to see if more flavors come out. I will need to check that other one, but I also need to eat a little bit more. It's my snack for the day. Yeah, look, it's holding up. You really get the olive oil taste, and the salt enhances that. You get a spongy mushroom once in a while in the bite. Very good. All right, let me grab that last one out of the oven. It's got a couple minutes, but I hear it's sizzling, so I hope it's not burning. I'll check it out now. All right, here's the one in the Easy Bake Oven. That one looks good too. I'm going to say that one's pretty set. What I'll do, though, is let it finish out its minute. And I'll clean up the table and we'll bring it over. Okay, back to the table, a little bit closer view now. I will say, I'm going to make a statement here. This is probably one of the best tasting dishes so far in the mini kitchen. I'm just going to decorate the big one. And while I was off camera, I'm just going to admit it to you, I ate the other two. Okay, so they're all gone. This one looks interesting because there's a little brown on the edge, which the other one did not have. I want to break that up a little bit more. Now the whole thing has its own presentation. And then this little guy. There, how does that look? Tasty good, it sure does. And then let me just grab my little spatula. Maybe I can do this a little bit nicer than the last one. Got to get that mushroom and those greens. Ooh, that's too big of a mushroom. Okay. My goal was to just do that very beautiful and nice. But I'm going to try another one. A little salt on this one. Say thanks for watching. You see me eat enough of this. It's good. Very tasty. Something I've never had before. I would try again. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you can, watch more of those videos. It surely helps. We are getting more views, so I do appreciate it. And subscribers are going up. That's a good thing. My last bite. Ooh. There we go. Stay. And thanks for watching, everybody. Later.
If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.